All right. Good afternoon, student. All right, you're welcome to study part. It's time for biology class. So right now, today, we're going to start with the introductory part of biology. And I need to make you understand one thing. Biology is not about NOTE. It's not notes. I know you might have all this mindset of what our biology has looked like back then is you're in school or how you know your biology teachers always give you notes, 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 notes. No. Now here in study part, we want to teach you biology, school you biology on the main point you need to understand what biology is all about. And that's it. So for today's class, I'm gonna go through the introductory part of what? Of biology. Do you understand? So now follow me, right on with me. But the first thing is I have to tell you what the definition is. Definition of biology. Now, I know they will have told you biology because bio deals with what? Life. Logy deals with study. Then if you join the two words together, I tell you biology is the study of life. Good. And then when you ask anybody, what is biology? Immediately the person will tell you study of life. But that's not the only definition for biology. That's not the only one. From life, you can break many things down from it. Look at this. Life consists of both what? Living things and what? Non-living things. Life consists of both living things and what? Non-living things. So again, you can say biology, again, is the study of what? Living things and what? Non-what? Living things. Look at the same life that you said it has both living things and non-living things. You can pick the living thing and ask yourself that living thing, what does it consist of? It consists of both plants and animal. Now that means if it consists of both plant and animal, I can actually say again that biology is the study of both plant and what? An animal. I mean definition is that. That's three definitions. So it's all about life. But life is split into living and non-living things. Living and non-what now? Living things. So it's three definitions I just brought out. I can say biology is the study of life. I can say biology is the study of plant and animal. Biology is the study of what? Living and non-what? Living thing. I've done that. That's three definitions. So as not all the time I would say biology is the study of life. What are that definition again? But I've given you two from today now. Biology is the study of life. Biology is the study of living and non-living things. And then biology is the study of both plants and what? An animal. Now, this is where we go. Immediately you're done with this, then I'll tell you that biology have branches, branches of biology, branches of what? Of biology. Now, there are several branches to what? To biology, several branches to what? To biology. But there's these 12 you have to know. I'm going to write them on the board. You have to know about this. Okay. All right. There's one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, And you put entomology. Okay. And then you have a microbiology. Now, look at this. If somebody asks you, I want to know about plants, then tell the person you need to go study about what botany. I want to know about plants. You gotta tell the person, go know about what? Botany. Botany deals with what? Everything about plant. You want to study about animal, tell the person you need to go know about what? No, zoology. Anybody who's studying animal, the study of animal is zoology. The study of plant is what? Botany. So, but if I want to know about the what? The internal organ, the internal what now? Organ of the body, internal organ of the body is going to be what? Anatomy. This talks about the internal what? Organ, internal what? Organ. If I want to know about the virus, I'll check virology. It's for virus. If I want to know about fungi, I'll check mycology. If I want to know about the bacteriology, I'll check what now? I'll check about bacteria. And that's bacteriology. Now, physiology makes you to understand that, oh, I know about the internal organ, but I want to know about the function of that internal organ. Then that will be what? Physiology. Then if I want to know about man and his what? Environment. Man and his environment, I'll talk about ecology. Man and his environment. If I want to study about the insects, I'll look at this. This one is the function of what? The internal world, organs. So when that means when you know anatomy, you're just looking at the organ. You want to name those organs, anatomy. But I want to know what the function of that organ is. I'll go to physiology. If I want to study man and his what? Environment, I'll call it what? Ecology. Then if I want to study about insect, I call it entomology. Then what about microbiology? It talks about what? Microbes. Are we together? But if you don't want to put this one, the microbiology, you can change it. You can say you want to put, look at the ones I've had again. If I want to study about, look at this, histology. It's not the study of history, no. Histology is the study of what? Tissues. If I say, okay, let me add another one. If you ask about cytology, cytology deals with the study of what? Cell. If you ask about hereditary, it deals with our what? Inheritance or genes, which people call the study of what now? Genetics. Are we together now? So, study of what now? Genes. Study of what? Genes is called what now? Genetics. What about study of inheritance? But not one thing. Hereditary, inheritance, or genes, all of them all fall down to what? To genetics. Are we good now? So you just need to understand this whole pattern. Genetics, you hear study of genes or study of what now? Hereditary or study of what? Inheritance. Are we good? So this is like I've written about like 13. I cleaned the microbiology. It's still a study of micro. Let me put it back for you. Microbes. But there are other branches. But at least in the whole of biology, you need to know exactly about all this. Now, in your books, these are everything that has been what now broken down. In your diverse biology books that you read Modern, you read Essential, you read College, you read the AI Star, biology, you read the advanced biology, all those books. This is everything you're trying to look into. Are we together now? So now, immediately you're done defining biology, then you have to talk about the branches of what? Biology. And immediately you're done with the branches of what now? Biology, you don't need to waste time to student. You then go straight to what the student needs to learn, and that is the characteristics of what? Living what now? Things. Now I need you to pay attention here with me. More maximum attention with me in this place. More maximum attention with me in this place. Where? Because I had to tell you a lot of things here that a lot of books I've told you about that maybe what? That has some things for you to what? To correct. You're gonna be surprised. Follow me, join in with me. Characteristics of what? Living things. Now see. We all know this is what they call it, Mr. Ninja Duck. Mr. Ninja Duck. Mr. Ninja what? Duck. But I can tell you, this is not what it is any longer. Now you're looking at me and you're saying, what is he saying? He ain't Mr. Ninja Duck. No. Your AIM here stands for movement, right? R here stands for what? Respiration. N here stands for what? Nutrition. I stand for irritability. G stand for what? Growth. E stand for what? Excretion. R stand for what? Reproduction. The D you call dark, it shouldn't be, the D you call death is not death any longer. D is not there. The new latest one is Mr. Ninja what? Lack. This is called life what? Lifespan. And A remains your adapt what? Adaptation. And C is your word. Competition. If you look at some other book, they'll tell you Mr. LLA. Some people tell you Mr. Laksh. That H will be homeostasis. Some people tell you Mr. Ninja Lays. E there will be what? Evolution. But the basic ones, this is it. Mr. Ninja what now? Lack. No more dark. Now the reason why I said it's no more dark, death will surely occur, but death doesn't happen to everybody at the same what now? Time. Every living thing has a lifespan. There is a lifespan. There is a tendency at which some people would die. So you don't say death because there is variability in terms of what now? Of death. That's how they call it what? The lifespan. And there are factors which will be responsible for what now? The lifespan. Some people die bad. Some people die being productive. Some people die doing when they're productive. Are we together now? So it's lifespan. And now this is why I break it down for you. The main 7, these ones here, are called the primary characteristics. Primary what? Characteristics. When they say primary characteristics of living things, you call your Mr. Ninja. Mr. Ninja, the primary characteristics of living things. Did you get it? But when they try and tell you what are the secondary characteristics of what? Living things, Dean will say what now? Lack. Secondary is what? Is lack. Are we together now? Now watch this. If that's the case, we get a lifespan, which is our secondary, competition. Now, let me make you understand. So all living things move, yes or no? Okay. All living things move from one place to another. If they want to start, they will not tell you. All living things move from one place to what? To another. And then everybody writes. Then you say, as a man now, man move from one place to another. What about plants? You said all living things move from one place to another. Those plants move from one place to another. There are some animals that don't move from one place towards another. So what do we say to that? The statement should be all living things move from one place to another in response, one place toward another because they possess a locomotive what now? Structure. If you don't possess a locomotive what the structure, it doesn't give you what now ability to move from one place to what now to another. You only move in response to what? Stimulus. That's why in movement, if you say all living things move, you put an exception to it. You say all of them because they possess a locomotive structure. That's what you would say. And then you know how that, however, some do not what now? Move from one place to another, but they move in response to what? To stimulus. At that point, you make your student to be what now? You carry them what? Along. So that they go outside and then tell you all living things move from one place and then somebody say plant. What's the locomotive structure for plants? And they start looking like, oh. No. You need to make your student follow what you're taking. What you're teaching them, you make them follow. You with me? Now let's go. I'm going to take this out. And then we'll start with movement. You don't need to bore the student. Basically, give them what they need. Movement. Movement. All living things what? Move. Accepted. From what? From one place to what? Another. Because they possess a locomotive what? Structure. What? Locomotive. Locomotive what? Structure. Because they possess what? A locomotive what? Structure. Now, follow me. If they possess a locomotive what now? Structure. That locomotive structure is what makes them move from one place to what? To another. But however, there are somewhat living things that do not what now? Move from one place to what? To another. But they move with response to what? Stimulus. A good example of people that move in response to what? Stimulus is your what? Is your plant. So don't worry. Plants move in response to what? To stimulus. Are we good? Now, I said locomotive structure. Let me give you a good example of locomotive working structure. For example, examples of locomotive structures. I'm going to write many. I have cilia. I have pseudopodia. I have flagellum. I have chetei and what? Setei. I have flagella. We got bones. And then you put the legs of what? Of mammals. Well, if you want to make it biologically, you can say, you can help them out. Instead of saying that, you can say hind limbs. The hind limbs. Okay? I'll put together now. Flagella, sorry. Flagella. These are examples of locomotive structures. For example, now, if I say cilia, cilia is found in a slippers animal-like organism, which you call paraword, paramecium. Pseudopoda is used by this guy called what now? Amoeba. Flagellum is used by another microorganism called what? Uglina. Cetei and chetei is used by this animal you guys see every day inside the soil called what? Earthworm. Chetei and what? Cetei. Earthworms. We have flagella, which is your volvox. Volvox uses it. Your chlamydominans. Your chlamydominans uses this too. So they have the ability to move from one place to another. And lions, your goats, you as humans, use their hind limbs and forelimbs. Hind limbs, forelimbs. As what? As movement. So this is one agreed to what now? These are locomotive structures. Move from one place to what? To another. But animals, but plants, sorry, they don't do that. Plants will move in response. Do that. Plants will move in response to the stimulus. Are we together now? Let me be honest. We good? Now, let's move. That is the main thing you need to know about what? Movements. Tell them that, and that ends the what? The story. Movement is done. You've established the fact. Let's move to the next one, respiration. Let's go to respiration. Respiration. Are you with me? Let's move. Let's move. Come on. Let's move. Respiration now. Now, this is it. If I'm going to define respiration, watch the way I'm going to define it for you. If I ask you what's respiration, most of you will tell me it is the breathing in of what? Oxygen. And the breathing out of what? Carbon what? Dioxide. And then in your mind, you say, man, I killed it. You didn't kill nothing. That's not respiration. You killed nothing. That's not definition of respiration. That's not. What you just defined is gaseous what? Exchange. When you say breathing in of oxygen and breathing out of carbon dioxide, that's gaseous exchange. You just exchange gases. That's not respiration. Respiration, in a layman language, it means let us break down organic what now? Molecules. What's organic? In fact, let's just take it to a layman language. Break down what now? Food, so that I can have what now? Energy. Simple. That's respiration. But if you want to say it in a scientific way, it means you got to say oxidative, breakdown of what? Organic what? Organic molecule to what? To release what? A stored form. A stored form of energy called what? ATP. But if I'm talking to a child who's just learning biology, I won't give the child this. No. because at that point I'm going to make the chat run because when